Viewer discretion advised.
How does a 10-year-old sand miner from Africa
advised.
become the scariest man on the planet?
Pendant la grossesse, il était toujours agité dans le ventre si bien que je ne parvenais même pas à dormir. Mais pour bagarrer, non. Il ne bagarrait jamais.
My dad didn't have a good reputation.
Was your dad a fighter?
Not like a professional fighter, but he was violent, fighting, beating my mom up, beating us up, and that's even how they get divorced. I was able to see the fear in the eye of my mom. One of my goals was to take that fear out of her.
Et il ne voulait jamais voir quelqu'un en train de taper sur l'eau.
Then we started to live in different family. I never feel as I belong to some family anymore.
And from that moment,
Damn.
I knew something. I don't want to become like my dad. I always feel like I missed my childhood. Like I was subject of shame to other kids. I gonna go to school and didn't have a pen to take note or a notebook to write on it. Sometimes no shoes or clothes.
And you couldn't tell them we can't afford it. You didn't want to say it.
They knew,
They
but
knew.
what can they do?
Francis gets kicked out of school because he can't afford the supplies.
Damn.
From the age of only 10 years old, he starts working in a sand mine.
One of the things that I read about you was that you worked in a sand mine when you were young.
I was
What?
about 10 years old when I started that because
Quand Francis était à la carrière, c'est quand il revenait qu'on pouvait même payer quelque chose ici à la maison.
In this open cast mine, hundreds of artisanal miners are working in waters soiled by mercury without any protection. Among them, dozens of children, including girls, sometimes younger than 5.
even though
Get the fuck out of here.
That's what was meant for adults, but we didn't have
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
any option, so we did
Damn.
what we had.
Be crazy.
Growing up doing something like that, first of all, it had to be very difficult. Like
Very
digging
difficult.
sand.
Yeah.
It's also your body must develop very strong from doing something like that. At 10 years old, like as you're growing, as you're maturing, doing something that's that difficult, I mean, it must have made you really fucking strong.
À lui seul, il remplaçait 2 ou 3 personnes.
And although he does his best to support his mother, Francis is secretly hoping that a savior is going to come and rescue him.
I was always expecting somebody to come there and do something. I grew up with this expectation for many, many years, but it was clear that nobody is coming for me anymore.
But something else happened instead.
Dang,
When somebody
what
showed
that?
him a YouTube clip of Mike Tyson.
That was like my motivation
Mike?
to watch Mike Tyson on YouTube, because that's when I never watched.
Bro,
a fight
I can't-
live
I'm
because I grew up
speechless,
in
bro.
Africa, and I
This
didn't have a
shit is
damn
crazy.
TV, nothing like that, you know. And I was watching it. I'm like, damn, I can do this.
No, you did what you don't know what you did. Know what you did? You your words were your destiny. You spoke out your reality.
It's a fact,
You
Mike.
said, I'm gonna do that. That's what happened to me. I was locked up in a juvenile detention center, and I was like, what, 12 or 11? I was locked
Yeah,
up
I
in a
got
juvenile
that. That mic
detention
coming. I gotta get that
I'd be
mic.
watching the movie The Greatest, and it was cool. And as soon as the lights came on, Muhammad Ali came in. And as soon as he came in, everybody lost. I mean, the staff, the guards, the police, everybody lost. And I said, I want to be like him. First thing I said, I want to be like him. I didn't know I was going to do it, but I said, I want to be like him.
The personality of a person, the ways of a person, the thoughts, the deeds, the actions, it's all based around his heart. For what is a man? A man is his heart.
I was a dreamer. I was very ambitious. People around thought I was going crazy. Like, what the hell? You are not for that class.
got a
of
fanny
life.
pack.
You have to be
What
like
year
a
was this?
farmer, like your dad, and you can't do it. I'm like, why? Why I can't do it? Who says it can change?
Regardless to man's title, regardless to man's wealth, rank, or position, if the heart is not great, then he cannot be great.
What the fuck is that? Who tell you it's possible for you? Look at you. Look at where you came from.
But if the heart is great, that man remains great under all circumstances, rich or poor, large or small, so does the heart that makes one large or small.
I just have to change the situation. I just have to be something else. I believe that I can make my own destiny.
I told you, I'm the real champion. I told you, I'm the champion of the world.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
You know Alexander? You know Alexander?
All of you suckers bow.
Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me.
I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. You know what's crazy? I didn't know who Jack Dempsey was until I watched the video. And now that he said that, now it's crazy, bro. That's insane. But let's keep it going.
There's no one that can match me.
There's no one that can match me.
My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart.
All of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
So why don't I be the guy coming for myself? A miracle won't happen.
Well, make me want box.
Action.
20 years ago today, my dad passed away after being sick for a very long time. He couldn't afford to go to the hospital.
Oh, he passed away?
I was looking at my mom and asked myself, if she ever got sick, what would I do? At that point, I knew I had to do something to at least be able to provide her decent health care.
Before I left Cameroon, I went to see my mom. She didn't know why I was there for that long, but I was there because that was my last time before I leave. Then I'm like staring at my mom sometime, like maybe this might be the last time that I'm seeing her, but I have to do this. That's when I decided to.
That's tough.
But if you're in Cameroon, you just can't go to Europe by taking the front door.
You know,
So
I have to use all the back doors.
The back door.
In the case of Francis, the first step is nothing less than crossing the biggest and most treacherous desert on earth.
Sahara is one of
Sahara Desert, yeah.
the Sahara Desert, and it's like one of the biggest over there. They just bring a small truck and put your baggage in it. You know, like Toyota Tacoma?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's gonna be like 25 of you guys in the back.
25 people in a Toyota Tacoma.
Yeah, plus your luggage. So
Wow.
you are not allowed for a lot of luggage. Even water, you don't allowed for a certain quantity of water because it takes space.
Oof.
And you are going to the desert and you have to grab the truck so hard so you get cramped. And then, but when you get cramped, you can't let him go, because if you let him go, you fall, and that's it. They won't stop. Let him go.
What?
If I let your life go,
Oh,
you know
wow.
it's over. If I let him go, there is not second chance. I remember there was a girl with a baby. She couldn't do it anymore. She just wanted to throw a baby away.
Oh my
Like
God.
this how hard it was. Like she couldn't do it, and you can't blame her. The guy just kept holding the baby to take the baby from her. Like,
Thank you.
Hear the agonizing.
Thank you. Whoever that dude is, boy, you a real one, boy. What? Hoo-wee. Well, that almost had my heart, boy. Man, I'm glad y'all told me to react to Francis Ngannou, man. Y'all been telling me to react to him. I appreciate that, man. Also, y'all already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. And, you know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments y'all want me to discover next, react to next, you know.
I heard you crying.
This is crazy.
I want to see my baby.
Her name is Olabisi. 2 of her 4 children, it seems, were on another truck. They are the older ones, ages just 9 and 11.
I can't believe that's my kid. I put her to death.
Damn.
They have to hide from like radars, because sometimes they are like helicopter flying up there looking, checking if there's something going on, because they know that there is a lot of traffic there. Not only immigrant, but only like guns and drugs and everything. So they always flying there. You have to be lucky so the car don't break up in the middle of the trip, because if the car break up in the middle of the trip, most of the time it's over.
What happens then?
The car break up?
Yeah.
You guys might just die.
The migrants have been stranded here for 3 days after their truck broke down. There are about 30 in all, left to die.
At the daytime, it's like 150 degrees. Nighttime, he drops to like maybe 20 degrees. It's crazy. You're gonna cross a mafia and all those people across the road. You're gonna get robbed, every kind of shit. So you better don't have all your money on you if you don't get killed. Or if you don't kill yourself by taking some risk.
One of the women starts praying under her breath.
Jesus.
A single sentence, over and over.
Even before the middle of the trip, the water is finished. Nobody has water anymore.
Oof.
And these people, they don't give a shit. They just want to drive from this point to this point. So you get dehydrated at the point that you're not sweating anymore. It's like oil on your face. At some point, we have like a dump of sand. So you have to rub your face and everything because the sun is just like,
oh.
You go through all this stuff, and we found a water well, and it was so dirty with dead animal in the bird, everything. If I don't drink this water, I'm not lasting long.
So you drank it.
So you drink it. You kind of like take the water, put it in the bottle, leave your shirt, and use your
Filter.
shirt as a filter. Drink the water. That's where you kind of like start to understand what you put your stuff.
What's real?
Into.
Yeah.
It's just the beginning.
That's real.
So here's the good news. I didn't know that, but there's actually 2 Spanish territories in Morocco. That means you don't actually need to cross to Spain to get to Spain. You just need to get inside those cities.
Oh, so it's something
and
like...
to do so, you actually need to climb the fence that surrounds the cities, or to swim
won't know
from shore
that
to
unless
shore.
you're from Spain.
But that's easier said than done.
Sometimes we live in the forest, hiding for the cops, trying to cross the border to go to Spain.
Before and in between attempts to cross over, migrants were groups in the forest surrounding those cities, where they face an entirely different kind of reality.
Get cold all the time, no clothes, no food.
The cops raid the forest on a weekly basis. They steal your money, vandalize your stuff, and are physically abusive to men and women.
But when they take your money, they don't care about all those. They just want to take whatever they can take.
So you had to swallow your money.
Yeah, you swallow your money.
And then find it later.
Find it later. You had to.
Right, I get
like
it.
At this point, it's a matter of surviving.
And it was.
Did you have food?
No, sometimes.
If I would have dug a hole so deep and buried my money, boy, they would have had to dig for days out there on me. Swallowing it is crazy. I would have buried it.
Sometimes we
Put it
have
in
to
the
go
trees or
Find
something.
food in the trash, you know.
That's crazy.
Sometimes arguing with rat in the trash, like, hey, get away of these tomatoes. It's mine.
Man.
This rotten tomatoes is mine, not yours. You know. Go back in the forest, figure out how to cook that in the aluminum bucket or something.
The first way to get to the city is by climbing over the 11 miles fence that surrounds it. But calling it a fence is an oversimplification. It's a series of fences. The first one is 20 foot high. The second one has a flexible top, leading you straight into the barbed wire netting sitting at the bottom of it. The third fence is the highest yet, with more barbed wire waiting for you along with the civil guard, standing before a 2x4 meters ditch leading to a double fence topped with more barbed wires. So let me ask you, what would you go for? Fence or water? Francis chose the fence.
I'm gonna keep it a bean 50 with you. I can't swim. So if we're gonna get a boat, I don't like open old water. I'm taking the fence. I'm with Francis. Let's do it.
The island is small. I went to the fan, look at the fan like this. Man, the barbed wire was just on it like this. There's my life behind there, my future.
Right. So basically, if he can get into Spain, he'll be alright, cause he can do whatever he wants to get in Spain. I'm trying to understand.
Taking my chance.
Oh. Damn. Hold on. Is that, hold on.
The first time I get caught, very caught.
That's the run of freedom on my mama.
The first time I get caught, very caught. I was bleeding all over my hands, my feet.
They really climbing that mom.
Fell into it. I can't stay there. If those guys caught me there, they're probably gonna kill me.
How long were you in Morocco for?
1 year.
1 year?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because every time that you attend, if you fail, they're gonna bring you back in the south, in the desert, and throw you guys there.
Disorientated and dehydrated, these migrants have just been deported. The nearest village is a 15-kilometer walk in the Sahara Desert, and they have no food or water.
So when you fail, you gotta go through the same cycle over and over again.
Boy, you talk about you gotta have some real grit and hustle and some. You gotta have that. You gotta have that in you. Respect. I ain't gonna lie.
Sometimes, instead of like thinking of going back to the fence, you're like, okay, let me go try in the water.
This young man's dream of a better life in Europe ended.
I would have never tried the water. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
His body washed up on the shores of Ceuta, a Spanish enclave on Morocco's Mediterranean coast.
You guys have to collect money to buy a boat to ram. Just a small one, the one that they use in the swimming pool. I count the wave like 1, 2, 3, because most of the time it's like 3 waves. And the third one will be the biggest one. The first one came, it was still okay. Second one, as much as we're going in the water, it get deeper and deeper. Then the third wave came, that was like something that you see in the movie.
No.
Shit.
Just smashed you.
We fell in the water, no paddle. I hold my boat. I'm like, I trust myself. I trust my boat. This is my life. I'm not letting this go. I'm dying with it. I hold it like this. I saw this thing came. I'm like, put my head in the water, hold my boat like this, and it came, blew like boom, on top of me, scream like, what the hell is this? When we get in the boat, we find out that there are 2 of us missing, basically those with the paddle. How do we gonna paddle without paddle?
Right.
The guy was like, listen, we're gonna paddle with our hands. I'm like, okay.
Fuck.
This guy might be
Let's do it.
or something. Like people get.
I'm not taking that water out. I'm just not doing it.
Paddling with the real paddle, and we are just gonna paddle with our hands.
Freedom. I feel you, brothers.
Man, for real? I'm gonna die just like this? My family don't even know. They won't even see my body, man.
Demandé à papa que où est maman, il dit il ne sait pas. Maman est restée dans le tu es dans la chambre, tu es chez toi ici. Si.
Shit, bruh. This supposed to be a fighting video, man. He about to have me in tears. Man. Come on, man. Shit.
When you got on that Red Cross boat and you knew,
I realized he was April 3rd, and I left Cameroon April 3rd, 1 year ago.
Wow.
Took you a year. It took him a year.
1 year anniversary.
One long journey.
I beat up Swaswa.
7 years
Soon as
ago,
I got
he
in
was freed by
Spain.
the Spanish Homeland Security after spending 2 months in jail for illegally entering on European soil by sea. I had nothing by then but a dream and a faith of pursuing it. Okay, that was intense. Let's take a little breather here before we finally move to the fun stuff. If you like my documentaries, you can now support me through
Shout
Patreon
out to
and
Patrick,
get
man.
credited as a producer.
Shout out
on
to
everything I do.
Patrick, man.
Check out the link in the description if you want to
Shout
join
out,
my team
man.
and make some amazing films.
Shout out to that boy,
Let's
man.
keep going.
He a real one. Banger videos, by the way.
After considering going to England and Germany, Francis finally settles on France.
I just wanted a place with opportunity. France seems to have that opportunity.
The very next day he arrives, Francis steps into a boxing gym.
I told him like, listen man, I just came here, I don't have money, I don't have nothing, but the only thing that I want is some place to keep training because I'm gonna become a world champion.
Rapidement, j'ai compris qu'il y avait une précarité dans sa vie.
He finds a parking lot to sleep in and fully commits to training.
I was very happy at that time because even though I was sleeping in the parking lot, I was somewhere that I would have my fair share if I work hard.
And it doesn't take long before he's pushed into MMA instead of boxing.
That's
If
crazy.
you need the faster income to help you get out in your situation, you have to do MMA. Then I'm like, what's MMA?
Like, what is jiu-jitsu? Gotta explain. I'm like, hey man.
I mean, he know.
Leave me alone
He just
with
know he
your
got
MMA.
power.
Je ne me souviens pas d'avoir rencontré un mec aussi fort de manière oui. Ah oui. Oh. Oh. God damn it.
Hold on. Did he just hurt him hitting?
D'avoir rencontré un mec aussi fort de manière
Bro, what?
Ah oui.
Oh.
Oh. God damn
I
it.
said, yeah, I'm not holding no more pass for you, bud. Putting that work in. Gotta put that work in. It took him a year to do that, though. It's crazy, bro.
When was your first pro fight?
It was 4 months after
You started?
I started.
Wow.
Oh! Oh, shit!
So I won my first fight. Submission. Like,
You won by submission?
Yeah. It
What
was
did you
like,
use?
I don't know. There is not a name for that. Like,
Oh, he gonna break his arm! Did he break it? He got another tap by submission. What is going on? There, here you go. Show me some. Oh, sleep me. Oh no, my man was jiu-jitsu god. Ain't that crazy? Oh, he got him in a. Oh, he got him. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know this about Ngannou. I didn't know he had submissions like that. Only thing I seen in Ngannou was him knocking people out crazy. This is insane. Damn. Why they try to act like Ngannou ain't got no ground game though? Why they try to act like he ain't got no ground game? What's going on? Sleep? Yeah, bud. No, you're not grabbing me, bud. Sleep. Oh! Oh, he dead. He's dead. Oh, he dead.
Fatality.
He's dead.
Only one man remains and stands between Francis and his dream. The greatest heavyweight of all time.
Stipe. We gotta do a Stipe reaction. We got to.
Fight, the first Stipe fight. How did you expect the fight to end? What did you think was going to happen?
I don't know.
You didn't know?
Yeah. All the way through that fight, nothing was right. Even
all the way in training?
Yeah. Even how I approached the fight.
Undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world,
In 2018, after I lost against Stipe, man, I went back. I felt like shit. Couldn't sleep. Even when I went to sleep, I didn't want sun to rise the next day. I felt like I want the night just last forever. You know, I couldn't look at myself. Feel very bad at that
Damn.
time. I just took my phone and then went online, booked a first plane for Cameroon. And guess what? When I went in Cameroon, the welcome that I had there, man, like it was crazy. They were so excited, so happy, so proud.
I love that.
And at some point, I was still like feeling bad about myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, there was just like, hey champ, welcome, and everybody was
Damn,
going
that's crazy.
Even grammars who doesn't know anything about fighting. And now I'm like, listen guy, I think you might get something wrong here. I lost. I didn't win that fight. I'm like, we don't care. You won everything. Like,
Of course, champ. What are you talking about?
C'est un monument. Donc, tout ce qu'il fait en Europe, aux États-Unis, c'est gravé dans notre mémoire.
we never had somebody there. We
What you
never
talking
even
about?
expect
Care about the
somebody
winning champ?
from us. We get there and you make it there. You
Made
represent
it,
us,
champ.
you make us prize. Obviously, it didn't go your way, but you're still young and this.
Il a grandi ici et je suis là présentement. Je vais toujours l'accueillir ici, à la maison.
When I go back home, that's the place that allowed me to understand like how far I came, you know.
Do you think it's your destiny? Do you think it's your birthright, your destiny to
My
be?
friend, you have to make your destiny.
What memories stand out of your childhood in West Africa?
The memory for my child in Africa, it wasn't the best, but I couldn't make it here today.
Hold on.
He wasn't like
Did
that.
he win a
Future doesn't
championship
change
though?
without the past.
Oh, okay.
A man is his
Slick D. Steve was dead. Bro, I wish UFC let us show the fights, bro. UFC stop being stingy with the highlights, bro. We can't show some of the highlights from the championship. Like, come on, bro. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard, I ain't gonna lie. That was hard, I ain't gonna lie. That's hard. Bro, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know none of that about him. That's insane. That's insane, bro. Shout out to everybody from Cameroon, man. Shout out to everybody who had to try to escape for freedom and had to go through stuff like that, man. I feel bad, you know, but hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. But look, man, like, comment, subscribe, bro. I'm gonna see y'all next video. Y'all already know what's going on, man. No, yeah.